David Paul.
Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council, good evening.
Good evening.
Before Council this evening, there was a lot of love in this room. People that had differences of opinion came together in love and harmony and civic unity. It was just wonderful. And that's why I come here, to find the things that unite us instead of divide us. I was thinking back, you know, the truth is comprehensive knowledge, and it has to embrace a lot of different factors. I study a lot of different things. One of them is biblical archaeology. And back in the day of King Solomon, there were temples that they're now excavating that show that the worship of the goddess, the fertility cult that was the religion before Yahweh, coexisted in many of these temples. So the state had never really succeeded in eradicating other religions. Now, when you think about today, the Sharia law advocates, they don't see any distinction between the separation of church and state. It is the thing. It is one. In reality, people's differences have an impact on the public decisions they make. So they're hard to separate completely, but that's the reason we try in our society to separate the church from the state so there aren't those divisions. Now, I talked last time about how we can acknowledge the presence of God. God is everywhere. God is all things. God is obvious and apparent. And when you feel that in your heart, that's enough. I don't want to see our city in a fight. I don't want to alienate the people that don't believe exactly like the majority do. I tell you, I was raised Lutheran, and you know about the Reformation and what Martin Luther did. And we were taught, and this was overt, that the Jews were good people, but they were damned because they didn't believe in Jesus and they were going to hell. On the other hand, the Catholics were something far worse, and there was a special place in hell for them. This division goes on today. In Ireland, there's still Catholic Protestant are blowing each other up, Sunni Shia blowing each other up, all because it's like a Bears-Packer football rivalry. That's the thing that I want to see out of the council. Let's praise God, acknowledge God, love God, and ask for God's wisdom. But we don't have to say the things that are going to get us sued. So if we're going to proceed with that, at least let us put together from our religious community a fund that will pay for the suit that the ACLU will bring. That's what I would like to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Anna Menezes.